welcome back to Beautiful Foods TV. The playlist is Wisdom Nugget from Plants, Food for Longevity series. Today's nugget is cloves, an aromatic spice that has been used for centuries for medicinal purposes, for remedies, pain relief, toothache relief, and for spices of food. And today I'm going to first of all go through a few of the benefits and side effects. I'm Caroline Bimbo Afolalu. For those who don't know me, I run Beautiful Foods TV and also Prayer Nugget TV. If anybody is interested in prayer, on that channel, Prayer Nuggets, we do teachings from the Bible, a scripture at a time, and also pray together in a journey of faith. But today is mainly about the food and the secrets, the healing secret from herbs. So today's video, we are going to go through the healing secret that can be found in cloves. The benefits, the first one is rich in antioxidants. It contains eugenol, which is a powerful antioxidant that fights free radicals and reduces oxidative stress. It has anti-inflammatory properties, so it helps the body reduce inflammation, which can benefit conditions such as arthritis. It supports the digestive health, stimulates the secretion of digestive enzymes that may help with bloating and gas. It also has antimicrobial effect. Clove is known to keep bacteria, fungus, and is useful for oral care to fight plaque and gum disease. And also is a great relief for pain. It's used for pain relief. The eugenol acts as a natural anesthetic used for toothache relief, like I've said. And this clove is known to also regulate blood sugar, and it can also improve liver health. Animal studies show that clove may protect the liver due to its high antioxidant content. And finally, it boosts the immune function. It's traditionally used as a remedy for the boosting of immunity, fighting colds and infection. So if you have cold, you can add a few cloves to maybe when you're making your ginger, lemon and honey tea. You can add 2 cloves in the tea as well for more effect. And having said that, we also need to do everything in moderation, so we don't all just go for excessive use of cloves. And the side effects, like I always say, there are always side effects to herbs, the same way we have side effects to medical and even some food as well. So let's go through a few of the side effects of cloves. They can cause allergic reaction. It may cause skin irritation, rashes, or respiratory symptoms in sensitive people. It's also known to cause bleeding risk because the eugenol can slow blood clotting, so it's not recommended before surgery or for people who are on blood thinners, warfarin drugs. So also it's not good for the liver in excess, so use herbs in moderation. High doses, especially the clove oil in it, can be toxic to the liver as well, because all the herbs that we take are usually processed by the liver, and if you overload your liver by too much tea or too much herbs or too much chemicals or medication that is not recommended by a practitioner, then you might be risking harming your liver. Also, though it's good for dental issues like maybe toothache, you be careful because it can also cause throat irritation, so it might cause mouth or throat irritation in some people. So if used in excess, it can interact with drugs. So if you're on certain drugs like anticoagulants, those who have issues with issues of blood, and also anti-diabetes drugs, so if you are on those drugs, it's advised to stay away from cloves. So it lowers blood sugar, so it can be dangerous if taken too much because it can lead to lower blood sugar level if taken with diabetes medication. Finally, it can cause respiratory issues, especially in children. Cloves can be dangerous if inhaled and ingested in large amounts by children. So to be safe, you need to pay attention to all of the side effects of cloves. I know a lot of them come to us when we buy them with no side effects, and we just use them because someone has said do this, and we don't do the thorough research to know the herb itself. So though it's powerful, though it's full of flavor for food, you can use it like garlic or like your spices like pepper, but you need to still be careful on how to use them. Having said all of that, now how do we use or make this into tea? There are a lot of recipes that you can use this for. You can add it to your soups. You can add it to anything that you usually add garlic to, would also be great with cloves. So this is how they come. They're like little tiny, like similar to peppercorns, like black peppercorns. They are similar to that, and they taste like that as well. It's quite hot and spicy in the mouth. I've researched and I see that a lot of people in India usually chew this to freshen their breath. If they have bad breath, you can, use this, just chew it and spit it out to freshen your breath. So it's quite good. You can have it ground, and the ground one, you can add it to flavor your food. But today we are going to be making it into a tea. So the question now, which I'm sure you've been waiting for, is how do you make this into herbal tea? So how to do that, you can just take your mug, drop in about 4 to 6 of the pieces or a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of ground into it, but I use the cloves itself, so I use about maybe between 3 usually for a glass, or you can use 2 if you don't want it to be too spicy. So you can pour your boiling water into your mug and drop the cloves in there to sip through, but because I want to take it out, I still want to remove the cloves from the mug, I'm going to use a coffee press. This helps me to now sift the cloves out. So I've got my boiled water here, so I'm going to drop 4. Pour over it hot water, and then let it sip through for about 10 minutes. You can boil this if you prefer, but for tea you can just leave it to sip through for about 10 minutes, 5 minutes if you are in a hurry to do it. So while this is sipping through, let's just quickly go through a few recipes that you can use cloves for. The first one is for tooth pain. You can just chew it, like I said, and just let it sip into your tooth, anywhere that is hurting, to reduce and numb the pain. And if you put it in, let me show you. It's very, very, spicy, similar to peppercorns, black pepper. So, and I can feel the numb on my tongue as well. It's already, you can feel it all gone numb. So that's one way of doing it. That freshens the breath, and also it helps to, help you with the tooth pain. The other way to do it is like the tea. Just soak it and let it sip through into hot water for about 10 minutes, and then use it. You can drink it if you want, but just for tooth, you don't need to drink it. Cool it down and use it like mouth. The other thing that you could do is to create toothpaste that you can use to brush your teeth to help your oral hygiene. For this recipe, you use ground clove. So grind it, or buy the ones that is already ground, and use 1 tablespoon of the ground cloves, 1 tablespoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of baking soda. That's optional. If you don't have that, don't worry. And 1 tablespoon of charcoal. That also is optional. You mix all these 4 items or 2 items. The basic one, the core ones are the ground cloves and salt. Mix both together, and if you have the ground charcoal, you can add it. If you have the baking soda at home, you can add it in as well. So you mix all the ingredients in a small container. You put in your toothbrush and take a little bit out of it, and then use it to brush your teeth. This can remove bacteria, plaque, and different germs from mouth as well. So it's quite good for oral hygiene. And you can also use the oil, the essential oil from the cloves, to do that as well. So just get some cotton wool, add in a little bit of the essential oil from the cloves, and then use it to clean your mouth. That will fight bacteria and also help relieve pain from the mouth. So the tea has been going for a few minutes now, so I'm just pushing it to help it seep through more. So that's basically what it is. So now I'm going to now get my mug and then my tea strainer to capture the cloves, and you can see I've got them. So that's it. The color is usually light yellow, not maybe creamy kind of color, depending on the quantity of cloves that you've added in. I've put in just 4, so this is what I got, and I didn't let it sit through for about 10 minutes. This was just about 5 minutes for the purpose of the video. So you can leave yours to rest for a longer time to have it get the nutrients out of the cloves. So let's give it a taste. Yeah. Plain, nothing much about it, but it's a help, and it's to help your body as well. So if you want it to be nice and sweet, you can add things like maybe a squeeze of lemon. You can add in honey to sweeten it if you prefer it sweet, but I like it just natural and organic and plain. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoy making this tea at home. If you've liked this video, please subscribe, share, and tell others about it so others can benefit from a healing secret from plants as well. I hope to see you again next time. Until then, keep healthy and keep on fighting for longevity. Goodbye.